what scripture is on your missionary plaque, and why did you pick that scripture?
Well, I have two missionary plaques because my first one was from when I went to Scotland, and I picked 1 Nephi chapter 3, verse 7. I will go and do the things which the Lord hath commanded, for I know that the Lord giveth no commandments unto the children of men, unless he qualifies them that they can do it. And then when Carolyn and I went on our mission to Washington, D.C., we had a plaque, and we used Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 and 6, which says, Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. And I'm not sure why I picked 1 Nephi 3 and 7. It was probably the only scripture I knew, but Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 is the first scripture that I memorized as a full-time missionary, and I found that to be a great scripture to help me over the years. Okay, this is a story when we were students in Cedar City and I got shot. I don't like guns, as you all my children know that I'm a gunsmith. In the Army, I went to Aberdeen, Maryland school, to small arms school. I learned how to repair and make .38 pistols work. I could take them apart and put them together and put all the parts in and keep them greased up. Carbines, which was probably a little bit stronger than a .22. And then some other guns that were, maybe equal to 30-06 or a 30-30. So I don't really like guns. And the reason I don't like guns is because one of my best friends when we were children shot his cousin accidentally right in the forehead and, of course, killed him. They were going rabbit hunting with 30-30s. 30-30 would blow a rabbit, turn him into powder. So I don't really like guns. But we were students at Cedar City, and we became friends with a guy named Mike Heaton and his wife. His wife had been friends at Dixie College with Carolyn. And so we got up to Cedar City, and they were going to school up there, and I became friends with Mike. One day he said, hey, you want to go shooting? I got a new .38 pistol. I said, oh, okay, let's go. So we went out to the gravel pit, and across the way was a bulldozer blade. So this is solid steel blade that was just sitting there. I have no idea what was there. I was just minding my own business, and all of a sudden Mike pulls up with that .38, shoots that blade. The bullet must have turned into like a shotgun shell into 1,000 pieces, came ricocheting back and just peppered my chest. It didn't knock me down, but it almost did, and it stung like crazy. And I started to holler, I've been shot, but I'm still here. That's the end.
How is that the end, though? What do you mean?
This is another Army story. We are stationed at Fort Lewis, Washington, and they take us out to bivouac in the middle of the night. We get all settled in, we get in our bunks, we go to bed. At 2 o'clock in the morning, they blow the horn, get us all up, and away we go. There's probably 50 vehicles in a row, and we're in the middle. Bill Berg is a big doofy guy from South High School. He's driving a 2.5-ton truck, and I'm the other person in the truck with him. We're going up through the woods and the forest. It's pitch black outside, a little bit of moon shining, and there's probably 50 vehicles in front of us and 50 vehicles behind us. So all of a sudden we stop, and we're stopped staying there. So I figured, well, it's better that one should perish than two. And since Bill was driving, I thought I'll just go to sleep. So I went to sleep, and I slept for probably 30 minutes. And then I woke up, and we're still parked. I looked over at Bill Berg, and Bill's sound asleep as well. There's not a vehicle in front of us. So I looked behind us, and there's 50 vehicles behind us. I thought, oh my gosh, we're in trouble. So we took off, going through the woods, trying to catch up with the vehicles. Then all of a sudden, we come to big open space. And up here to the left, way out in front of us, we can see some real dim lights, tail lights of the Jeeps in front of us, and also over here. There were other companies in the military out doing night exercises as well. So we had to make a guess which one was ours. And we decided to go to the left. So we take off to the left. We got 50 vehicles following us behind. We have no idea if we're going to pull in behind the right outfit. And there must be a God in heaven, because we guessed right and pulled in behind the vehicles that belonged to us. Our lives were saved. If we'd gone the other direction, we'd probably still be in the brig.